Hey guys, Marsningen here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and today I am showing off a rare and wonderful beast that I've finally seen in my friends list for possibly the first time since he came to Global, and that is a Rainbow Star 100% Final Form Cooler. So we can see the magnificence right here. So he's gone 11 additional 15 crit, which is pretty standard for a hard-hitting physical unit. Stats are pretty high. Obviously we want to get him linked up with Full Power Frieza. So when I did my showcase for the physical Super Saiyan 3 Broly Awakening the other day, I changed around my team a little bit to try and maximize his links, try and show him off as best I could. And I got a couple of comments asking if that was how I normally ran my extreme physical team. So I decided to show it off here. As you can see, I have the cooler. Unfortunately, he has no dupes, so he's just plus 2000. But then we have a 100% Full Power Frieza. Gone with the 11 additional 15 crit as usual. I've got a 100% Goku Black. He has 14 additional 12 crit just because his super has that lowering attack and defense mechanic. I have the Omega Shenron, who sadly also has no dupes. Not quite plus 2000 yet. I need to invest some more physical orbs into him. And then we also have the 100% Sin Shenron to go with him. Standard 11 and 15 again. So the 6th slot I give to the legendary Super Saiyan Broly. Now this is because mine has 3 dupes. So as you can see, he's got some pretty solid stats as well. The 6th slot is kind of up for grabs for anyone, but unfortunately I don't have the Super Boo from the physical type banner. So what we're going to do is just go through the boss rush. Boss rush 3 is still the hardest one we have on Global. We now know from JP that we'll be getting 2 more stages once we get to the 3-year anniversary, but that's still a couple of months away from that for us in Global. So what we're going to do is see just how far we can actually get without using any items at all. And there you go, our cooler getting the hidden potential system additional super there. We haven't started off with our rotations the way we want them, so we need to get that sorted in the first couple of turns. But wipe out Goku fairly easily. So let's see, who have we got on the next one? Okay, so we've got the friend cooler and Frieza. So actually we've got that rotation set up already, so that is pretty good. So let's get them started on the Azaru. The other good thing about the legendary Super Saiyan Broly is that he, as long as he gets 8 ki or more, he's guaranteed to do an additional super attack. So it kind of balances out the fact that he doesn't link well with any of the main rotations, because you really only have to get 2 ki with him. And then because of his hidden potential system work, he can potentially super attack up to 3 times in a turn, and obviously ours has the chance for those to all be crits. But you see there, the 100% cooler, even with type advantage, tanking like an absolute beast. And then my 100% Full Power Frieza with a 1.3 million crit, so we're already onto Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And we now have the Shadow Dragons rotation, which is exactly what we want. And where possible, when this cooler rotates in, we do want to have him linked up with Sin Shenron, just because, as you can see, they have shocking speed. So that's an extra 2 ki for the cooler on the end there, which is pretty good. So clear that out so that the purples drop down for cooler. So the only issue is obviously against Super Saiyan 4 Goku, even with these high stats, if we take a super attack, we are obviously going to take a lot of damage. But let's see here, the 100% Sin Shenron, 190k. That's not enough though, so additional super attack. So not too bad. Now Omega, unfortunately no hidden potential system buffs other than the free 5 additional. So, and you see he's nowhere near as tanky as the 100% Sin. So. And cooler, just the additional normal attack this time, but still tanks. So there we go. Ki not going to be an issue this rotation because of Goku Black. So grab those oranges for a little bit more health. Let's see if the 100% cooler can actually take him out here. So no crit to start with. Gets a crit on the normal attack. And of course now he's going to take a super. So what's he going to take? 100% with type disadvantage. Still 116k. Wow, okay. So Super Saiyan 4 Goku is clearly not a fan of this no items used run, apparently. So he may have to actually grab a heal. But Goku Black getting an additional super, so he's going to lower that attack even more. So how much is he going to take now? Yeah, next to nothing. So that's pretty decent. So, I mean, with his attack lowered, we could definitely survive all of the basic attacks that he's going to throw at us, but even with his attack lowered, if he super attacks, he will kill us. So, unfortunately, we will have to grab a heal. Super Saiyan 4 Goku is the bane of the physical teams for this boss rush. Once you make it past him, I have a feeling that we won't need to use any items. Yeah, see, he went in for the super attack. So we took double digits from the normal attacks, but the super attack still did 96k, so we absolutely would have died if we hadn't healed. So unfortunately, as tanky as this team can be, taking super attacks at a type disadvantage is something that they can't handle particularly well. Most of the physical tanks on this team tank based on having high defense, so when you get super attacked, especially by an enemy whose super attack lowers defense, you're going to take a large amount of damage. So now this first stage Vegeta is STR, but the first stage enemies of these events are always pretty weak, so he's not going to do much to us at all. Plus 100% cooler in the front there, 19 damage. So yeah, and even without a crit, that's quite a big chunk of health there. Didn't quite finish it on his own, sadly, so now we have to take a little bit of damage. But you can see there the huge difference. The first stage enemy versus the Goku. We took almost 10 times as much damage from Goku, so we got the Shadow Dragons. That's the other bonus as well with the Extreme Physical team taking on the boss rush, is the fact that the Vegeta event is weak to the Shadow Dragons link. So chances are Sin Shenron will probably just one-shot him here, even without a crit. Yeah, 2.3 million with no crit, so, and then that works out nicely, because if this strength rotation can take out, if this next rotation can take out the strength Vegeta, then we'll be moving on to Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta with the Shadow Dragons rotation, so that is pretty decent. Unfortunately, Broly gonna have to take some hits at the back there, so Cooler and Frieza need to show out here and get rid of the Saiyan Prince. Well, that's, you know, that's a good start. Double crits and goodbye Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. So 100% Cooler showing off those crits. That's why I desperately want a dupe for mine, just so he actually has the ability to crit. So here we go. Now we can start doing some damage with the Shadow Dragons. Grab some oranges just for the extra HP, and let's see. So yeah, Vegeta doing next to nothing, and then Sin gonna get another nice big hit here. Can he one-shot the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta? Ooh, so that's ridiculous amount of damage. Not quite enough to one-shot, but we took next to nothing in return, and Omega is gonna finish him off here for sure. Wow. So nearly 3 million. So it shows you just how much more powerful offensively Omega Shenron is than the Sin. The Sin is 100%, and he did less damage from his super attack than the Omega, who has like plus 1,000, if that, in each stat. So definitely want dupes for Omega as well. But I pulled both Cooler and Omega from the when the Gogeta and Janemba banners came out, and it took me quite a few stones to actually get Cooler, so I was not really in a position to chase dupes at that point. So grab those for him, and then we will get a huge load of orbs for Goku Black with his nuking style passive. So 100% Cooler taking a super attack for 50 damage. Wow. That was pretty ridiculous. I mean, obviously these three enemies in this rotation are pretty weak, but that was 90 damage from a super attack. So full power Frieza should take out Naze here pretty easily, and then Goku Black hopefully will take out Dore. Yeah, easy. So now we're on to the Intelligence Cooler, so he's going to have a bad time on this rotation, especially with all those attacks lined up against the 100% Sin, who will block all of those nice and easily. And then we will get these guys to focus on Thouser, but it doesn't really matter because now Sin Shenron is going to get a Dokkan attack. So let's see, can we get a crit and deal a ridiculous amount of damage? Because we're aiming at the Cooler, so we've got type advantage, 100%. So we've got 30% chance to crit. Can we get it here? Whew, yep. So just over 3 million from the Dokkan attack there means we'll be very swiftly moving on to the AGL Cooler stage and be on full health. All of the attacks are lined up against the 100% Cooler, so that is perfect. Gonna get absolutely demolished here. And then this Cooler sadly won't get a super attack, but the benefit to the Cooler having the built-in additionals along with the other units that do that, Broly, Omega, is you don't even have to get a super attack with the key, and there's still a chance that they'll do one anyway. So 100% Cooler takes a super attack there for 58k, that's not too bad. We healed to full for the start of this turn anyway, so we're definitely in perfectly good shape to continue. Hopefully we won't have to use another item before the end of the run. The only phase that will be annoying is when we get to the physical Kid Buu, because obviously depending how many times he attacks us before we can attack him, he's just going to spam super attacks. But I imagine we'll have probably got another Dokkan attack by then, so we should be on pretty decent health ready for him. So now we are on to the main event, the full physical Cooler. And we can get a lot of tanking in at the front there, so that's perfectly fine. And let's see, can we drop some more? I couldn't connect those oranges, but I'll grab those with Goku Black. Being that he's 100%, he obviously gets us a lot more health back with the physical orbs that he picks up. So 657k from a crit with Sin, which is pretty good. The Cooler is pretty tanky as a boss. He generally takes less damage than the other phases would, so that's still pretty decent damage for Sin. And Omega, only an additional normal attack sadly. But we're still looking pretty good health wise, and Goku Black here gonna lower the attack and defense with a crit. Additional normal attack, so we should get the 100% Cooler to take him out here. Although sadly no super attack for him. We'll get one for Frieza though, and then we'll just grab some HP with Broly, because if Cooler is still alive, which I very much doubt. So he gets the additional normal attack and then an additional super, so Cooler defeating himself. And we can move on to the Angel Goku stage. So I feel like we're making a pretty good time. We are speeding through. Sadly had to heal against Goku, but we saw that that was the right choice because he would have killed us at the start of the next turn. The RNG definitely needs to be on our side if we want to try and no items run this, because we essentially have to get a lot of crits on Goku before he manages to super attack. So, but this Angel Goku should offer no challenge whatsoever. 75 damage. Sin might even one-shot him here depending on whether he gets a crit. Oh, so close. So Omega, complete overkill here, just going to blow away the Angel Goku. Still almost a million without a crit, so... So yeah, I might have to... The physical type banner actually comes back fairly soon, and they normally add the LRs once they've been released, so now that Trunks is actually out, if he is on the physical type banner, I might do a couple of summons on it just to try and go for the Super Boo. Because, you know, if we happen to pull Trunks along the way, that'd be pretty good. I'm definitely not going to chase him, but getting that Super Boo and potentially some, and we're guaranteed some Kais, and then potentially the Super Boo along the way could be pretty useful for this team, because he heals when he supers as well. So I think we could definitely no item this if we had him. But plus, he'll be incredibly useful for Super Battle Road. Not only with the healing, but the fact that he is the 40% support unit for Extreme Physical, so I didn't think we'd be able to do that. So we have to grab those for him to super, and then Broly can only get 4. But that's fine, because he'll still get a super attack, so Sin still tanking normal attacks there for double digits. Just over half a mil. No crit. So you can see the one of the things that makes Extreme Physical so good is they're so tanky. Obviously Omega has the built-in debuff, built-in additionals, just attacks, multiple attacks every turn, and Cooler tanks like a monster when linked up with full power Frieza. In fact, let's take a look at his stats at the start of the turn here. So, we're linked up with Frieza before getting any orbs. He's got 168,000 attack, but 80,000 defense. So, a unit normally needs to have around 30,000, if not higher, to be able to tank normal attacks for double digits. And yeah, he's got 80,000. So, these basic attacks are nothing to him. Sadly, the Cooler on the end not getting a super again, but that is the only problem with the fact that Full Power Frieza and Cooler only share the one key link, which is the strongest clan in space. Be nice if Full Power Frieza had shocking speed. He does have over in a flash, but there aren't really any units that can make use of that. The only one that comes to mind is the new physical Super Boo that Dokkan's into, Boo-Tanks, who can seal. He basically works like the Super Saiyan 1 Sealer Gotenks, where he seals, but he also hits pretty hard because he gives himself a huge percentage attack boost. But unfortunately, his only real key link is over in a flash. So on this team, he would be a floater in the 3rd slot. On this rotation, he could link up with Frieza, and then the chances of them both getting their super is pretty much guaranteed. But on all the other rotations, when he's in that 3rd slot, he's not going to have any key links with anyone. And obviously Goku Black is a floater, so they're never going to be on the rotation together. So maybe if I get him, we will try him out. Obviously if I pull him, I'll probably just do a showcase and show him off on this team, and then we'll actually see whether he can link up well. He is now in the general SSR pool, I believe, so pretty much any banner we summon on now, we have a chance to get him. So see if we can actually do that at some point in the future. Okay, so let's get rid of this candy since these guys have full key already anyway. And then 100% Goku Black can get us a nice chunk of health back there, whilst also building up his attack. Easy half a mil there for Sin. Double digits tanking yet again, so I think the Omega will probably finish him off here unless... Oh well, there you go. I wondered whether the additional super attack would actually come into play or not, whether it was needed, but we didn't need any more than the first one, so... Okay, let's see what we can do here. Those lined up for us nicely, so we can get supers with both these guys. So, as long as he doesn't super Cooler, we should get out of this particular fight without losing much health. Hopefully the Cooler and the Full Power Frieza can get some crits for us. Didn't realise how we are still not too near to the Dokkan attack, so we definitely would have wanted that before this next Boo stage, because I really don't know how much he's going to super attack us for. So let's see, what health have we got? 24,000 health. He's going to super attack once at the front on Sin. And then, can we actually kill him this turn before he super attacks at the back end? That is the question. You know what? Let's just go for it. If we lose here, we lose. We took a risk for the no items, because why not? We might as well take a risk, see what happens. How much is Sin going to take here? Okay, 43k. That's not too bad. To be fair, if Omega takes, if Cooler on the end even takes even remotely near to that, we should survive both those supers as well. If we don't kill him and the first super deals around 100,000 damage, that's when we need to worry. So, but he's not going to survive. Yeah, bare sliver of health, and in comes Cooler with the Death Crasher. I love this super attack animation. Boom, 500,000, you're gone. So now we're on to the last stage, which sadly for Kid Buu, he is an int type, and we have the 100% Cooler here to ruin his day. Although sadly the orbs are, I was going to say the orbs are not in our favour, but our main man Goku Black is on the rotation, so we don't need to worry about that one little bit. And super attacks across the board. 24 damage. 11. So less than 100 damage from 3 attacks there. Definitely not going to complain about that. And 1.8 million damage with a crit, followed by 320 crit, and then another super attack. So 100% Cooler, obviously aware that this is his showcase, wants to go out in style. That was somewhere in the region of 3... Wait. Yeah. Almost 3.5 million damage just from Cooler. So there you go. That is the power of a 100% physical Cooler on what I feel is pretty much, well, it is the optimal physical, extreme physical team that I can run. As I say, the only change I would make would be if I could pull the Super Buu, I would drop the Broly for him. But yeah, so that is the extreme physical team that I use. It's pretty monstrous. I'm going to send this guy a friend request, and hopefully we will be able to use him again in the future, because not enough people run Cooler, and I love running the extreme physical team. So if you also run Cooler and you love your extreme physical team, drop your IDs in the comments, and hopefully we can all add each other up and actually get to use our extreme physical teams a bit more. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. If you liked what you saw, please leave a like and subscribe for more regular Dokkan Battle content. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at the Masked Ningen. Feel free to tweet me your summon pools or ideas on themes or teams that you want to see in the future. We are on the road to 500 subscribers, so hashtag 500 Mortals Plan all over the comments. We just recently passed, it was either yesterday or very late the day before, we actually got to 250. So we are halfway there, which is awesome progress. So thank you all very much for your support. And hopefully we can keep on growing, and we should be at 500 before we know it. So hope you all have a great day out there, and I will see you again soon. Have a good one.